That surge in COVID cases across the country.
About 1 in every 5 Americans is now tested positive for the virus, and more than 130,000 COVID-19 positive patients are currently receiving care at hospitals across the country.
And a new CDC-led study finds children who are diagnosed with COVID-19 are significantly more likely to be diagnosed with diabetes shortly after recovering from their infection, though the reason for the increased risk is not yet understood. ABC's Phil Lipoff is here in New York with the latest on the concern over rising infections. Good morning, Phil.
Hey, good morning to you, James. Hospitals all across this country are filling up at rates we've yet to see during this pandemic. And that's why here in New York, Governor Kathy Hochul is expanding her vaccine mandate for healthcare workers. This morning, the nation experiencing an alarming surge in COVID cases. The U.S. seeing more than 4 million new cases over the past 7 days, the highest weekly case numbers on record. Health officials saying vaccination is still the best defense against the Omicron-fueled surge. Pediatric hospitalizations are up, with children under 4 who are not eligible for the vaccine, making up more than 4% of all COVID hospitalizations.
Please, for our youngest children, those who are not yet eligible for vaccination, it's critically important that we surround them with people who are vaccinated to provide them protection.
For older children ages 12 to 18, a silver lining. A new CDC study finding a 91% protection rate after 2 shots of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine against multisystem inflammatory syndrome, a rare condition causing organ inflammation that could show up in kids weeks after a COVID infection. And the FDA authorizing Moderna booster shots 5 months after completing the original doses, replacing the 6-month interval. Across the country, every state now reporting high community transmission. In Arizona, this Phoenix airport shutting down security checkpoints, COVID impacting TSA personnel.
The shortage of workers and the way things are, it's just in general, whether it's at the airport or restaurants, it's just a different time right now.
And in Chicago, a standoff between teachers and city officials over COVID protocols shut down public schools. Many teachers refusing to teach in person.
We take zero pleasure in having to do a mass action like this to bring attention to the mitigations that are not in our school communities.
This is more than 130,000 COVID-positive patients are currently receiving care in hospitals from coast to coast. Healthcare workers in New Hampshire are feeling the strain.
We started to see the next wave of almost entirely unvaccinated patients, people in their 40s, people in their 30s, otherwise pretty healthy, getting really, really sick. At least in our ICU, all of them are unvaccinated.
And New York Governor Kathy Hochul is expanding that vaccine mandate that you put in place last fall for healthcare workers, now saying they need to be boosted within 2 weeks of becoming eligible. And this time, there is no test out option. Whit?
All right, Phil, thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.